Hey guys, Brian with VetteSource checking in this afternoon on Sunday. Got a little bit of our warm weather back. It's been a little hot today, but we're getting a little breeze once it gets into the evening time, late afternoon. So today, real quick, I'm going to show you a little bit of something to do here on our 91 Pontiac Firebird Formula 350. I know in some of my previous videos you've seen the 88 yellow gold Formula 350 we've got in the stable for repair work. This is our other what I call our parts delivery beater that we drive around. This would be a 91 version of the same Formula 350. Now the 91 and 92 formulas actually have what they call the Banshee front end with the cat's eyes. A lot of the same things. They actually, what I call, they went metric on them. So they're saying Formula 350, they say 5.1 liter fuel injected, and then just formula on the side of the door. So they're actually pretty neat cars. The aero spoiler is a little bit different on these. It's a flatter spoiler versus the later ones that are, the earlier ones that are higher up. So this is a little more aerodynamic, supposedly. Same kind of wheels, WS6 suspension package. This one we picked up about a year ago, kind of a project out of Pacific Northwest. Really nice car. Paint job was done really poorly on it. I detailed that. A couple of the other videos I've made on this car, links above my head to some of those if you look and watch for them. But you can see this is really still in good shape. Not a bad car. Headliner's still intact. Everything on this one's pretty cool. But the one thing that is interesting on these third gens is you got, you know, kind of not cheesy, but they're pretty basic sun visors. So this is the way the sun visor is supposed to be. You push it up, it stays up, it doesn't move, right? Now we come over here to this sun visor. I'm gonna see if I can do that without getting the sun in our face, and which is probably not gonna happen. But as you can see, if I tap my finger there, see how it just keeps falling down? Now imagine this driving down the road and you're hitting the bumps, and you can see it's pretty floppy right here, where this one doesn't really move a little bit, but it's very solid by comparison. Now what I'm going to show you is a reason for this is something that you would not even think of being something that you'd think that would cause this, but of all things, it's this little tiny retainer right here. See if I can get this out. So this little plastic sleeve is what causes this to become loose and flop around like that. So I'm going to take this sun visor out real quick. It takes about 10 seconds. I might be able to do it while I'm on the phone here with you guys, or on the camera. So you got one set screw there. Pull that out slowly. You'll see that'll come out, and it'll actually instantly fall down, which is showing you've got no tension on it. Now you notice you've got a screw with a special kind of washer in there, a locator, kind of a set washer to keep that in place, so you don't want to lose that either. So you want to keep that there. And then our sun visor is just going to pull straight off like that. Okay, so got the sun visor off, and there's our rod. And you can see there's a little bit of play in there, but that's normally the way they are. It's just a mount plate, basically, that goes into the ceiling. And if you look here real carefully, you'll be able to see that is where that piece is there, that insert goes in there. And what happens with age, they get dry and brittle and cracked, and they don't hold the tension on them like they should. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to take this out. I may not be able to take it out while I'm on camera. You can see right here, this is it. So this is essentially all that is required to fix floppy sun visors in these third gens. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to see if I can get this out. I'm going to show you what it comes out of there looking like, and I'll be right back with you. Hang on. Okay, I'm back, and amazingly enough, this thing came out really easy for me. Didn't actually even give me any trouble. So you can look at it and see how it's kind of gotten deformed over the years, and this plastic's not as straight as it should be, so definitely an issue. You can see how this is so loose right here. So this is not keeping, even when you put that set screw in, and what happens is the set screw goes in and sits, if I don't lose it, right against the edge of this piece right here. That's what that slot is there for. And then it tightens either side of the sun visor against it. But if it's loose and floppy, it's not going to tighten the way it should. It doesn't put pressure on it in an even way, so it messes it up. So I'm going to slip this new one in here real quick, show you guys what it takes. And let's see here. I may be able to get that in there. See what happens. Let's see here. Now I'm going to need both hands for this, so give me a second. Hang tight. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back with our new nylon insert installed. You remember this was our old one that was pretty lousy, pretty worn out. And it's funny, on some of the interesting items that they use nylon inserts on, if you remember the video I posted a few days ago actually was replacing the nylon bushings inside the headlight motors. So that link is above my head there. So it's interesting how you'll find things that will correlate to each other. As far as cheapy replaceable, what we call it in the airline aviation business, we call those expendables. But you can see there's our new insert installed the way it's supposed to be. So what I'm going to do is that should be a pretty tight fit going on there. Yep, it is. And hopefully I'll be able to do this one-handed. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. Without bending or breaking it. There we go. Alright, now we're on. And what we'll do here, see how it's not moving? We'll go ahead and put our set screw back in. And I may need to adjust this a little bit to get that in there. Meaning we push it a little bit more. You gotta get exactly in the right spot for it to go back in there. And of course I'm not there and I need two hands, so once again, give me a second guys. Let me put this set screw in here and I'll show you how I get it tightened up. Alright, that's much better. So now we've got our set screw in place where I could actually see what I was doing. So let's go ahead and tighten that down. Again, you do not want to over tighten. You just want to kind of get that thing going in the right direction, of course, Brian. And we get that tightened in. That should be enough. Let's see our finished product here. We want to go over and we want to go up, and we've got a sun visor does not fall down now, which is what we were looking for. So easy enough change. This is one of those things, you know, sometimes I get into my interior stuff just because I like my interior things to look nice. Everybody does, I think. You know, the exterior is one thing. Like this poor car suffers from the bad paint. The truth is, it doesn't bother me very much. I'm always a big fan of nicely kept interiors. Paint, you can always change interior pieces. Sometimes they're getting hard to find. Like these dashes on these cars, I don't even want to tap it just in case you crack it. But these dashes on third gens are darn near impossible to come across in really good shape. And I'm still thinking nobody reproduces these yet. Now you may notice if you've seen the other videos I've got on the yellow gold 88 Formula 350, another change in these is that the yellow gold has a gray colored interior and bezel, and this one has a black colored main dash skeleton with gray accents. So it's a little bit different. This one also has an airbag that the 88 does not have. They all kind of curl up on these edges right here. This car has, believe it or not, 144,000 miles on it. I've used it probably 10,000 miles on it the year I've had it. So, you know, it just goes to show you that you can use these as, you know, like I said, daily beaters if you want to. I actually just kind of enjoy driving it around. It's a very simple car to work on. You kind of see I got some steering pedal or pedal wear there. That's normal for a car with the higher mileage, but the old school Kenwood still plays lots of Iron Maiden, Metallica, and Judas Priest, whatever you want to stick in there to go jam to while you're driving. Some of you kiddos may not even know who those groups are. Now I'm starting to feel old. But anyway, that'll probably wrap us up today with a little bit of Sunday work. I've got other things I got to do around the house, so just thought I'd show you that real quick, how literally a piece of nylon can create failure modes in something as simple as sun visors and even headlight motors, which is more of a pain in the butt because you don't want to have to manually crank your headlights when you're driving around everywhere. So thanks again, guys, for stopping in with me, indulging me here as I describe some of my repair methods on these older vintage maintaining of the daily drivers that I insist on driving around. Not that I hate new cars, I've gotten tired of spending my money that way, so I'd rather spend a little money every month to maintain my cars and keep my insurance costs low and not have a car payment and have a good time while I'm at it. So thanks again, guys. I will be back later on this week with some more goodies to show you guys, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you got anything to add to the discussion, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.